Naturally occurring uranium versus new national drinking water study offers some key takeaways. Taking a look at Williamsport Sun-Gazette, what happened? Nearly 2 decades later, while hunting fern fossils with a friend near Skilkemy Overlook, Fessler received a warning from his uncle about rumors of radioactivity with some of the rock structures. I have a large mineral collection, and I broke down to buy a Geiger counter to test my minerals. I surprisingly had some radioactive rocks in my collection and decided to test the old rumor from my uncle about the small cave near the overlook, he said. To my surprise, it took me very little time to have my reading come up on my Geiger counter. Fessler's readings fluctuated from trace levels of upward to 700 to 800 counts per minute, CPM. And while noticeable, there is no real threat of physical concern about from this level unless someone was to spend extensive amount of time in the immediate area of higher readings. According to one online resource, at that level, you'd have to be in regular contact with some of those levels for more than a month or to receive a potential chronic dose. I reached out to Andrew Rock, Epic, the president of Central PA Rock and the Mineral Club in the River Keep, since these rocks are so close to the river, said Fessler. According to Epic, the site at Skilkemy State Park lies in Sherman Creek, the member of the Catskill Geological Formation, which is known for emitting low-level radiation. In late Devonian area, around 360 million years ago, uranium-enriched water settled with muddy sediment on a delta plain, eventually hardening into rock, mudstone, as we see today, he said. We found the most active deposit and location to be confirmed to a narrow, roughly 6-inch layer in the rock face, and dissipated quickly only inches outside of the band. This type of deposit is generally considered low risk, and that's what we found. Water samples were taken on April 3rd, 2023, by Middle Susquehanna riverkeeper John Stansky from a small stream alongside the formation, a stream that feeds into the Scream River to rule out any leaching of radioactive material in the surface water. Results from the Fairway Laboratories, now under the PACE analytics, indicate a level of 0.582, 0.664 pictokiloliters of uranium-238. And that's the most common one, and uranium-235, 1.17, 1.4 pc of uranium-234. The EPA maximum containment level for uranium drinking water is 30 micrograms per liter, which is equivalent to 2 pictoliters, and is worth repeating that this is recommended maximum level for drinking water, not surface water, which was tested at the site. And radon was also tested in a small stream next to the formation April 3rd, 2023, with a result of 17.2 and 23 pictoliters. While there's currently no federal enforced drinking water standard for radon, the EPA has proposed to require community water suppliers to provide water with radon levels no higher than 400 pictoliters. The bottom line is, if we're talking about naturally occurring uranium, then I don't think there is any real general concern for our region. That being said, effects from mining urbanization might cause some localized concern. That would be more of an isolated pollution issue. While we obviously have some natural occurring uranium in geological formations, a recent Columbia study helped to raise awareness of uranium making it drinking water on a national scale. Results of study shore areas less affected than regions on the western half of the country. So, while it might be an issue currently could be isolated, there are other problems like this. It's interesting to see what they found with uranium and national drinking water as well. And it's always a good idea because of things like this to always periodically test your water for high amounts of uranium.